Hello, I'm Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. And boy, do I have some big news for you all today. So, obviously, we've been talking about the Void Egg lately. We had a little teaser mission for it and everything. But we just got the big news, the big reveal. Well, it wasn't revealed by Sean Murray, but it was revealed in the PC experimental update. They dropped a PC experimental update yesterday, but they didn't mention any of this new stuff in the patch notes, and people have been exploring in there and have discovered some really big new stuff. I've got screenshots to show you all of the new things that they've discovered, and this is very spoilery. But I'll try not to spoil too much. I'm not going to tell you any of the details of the mission involving it. I'm just going to show you the features, the new features, game features that have been discovered. So basically, they're adding living ships to the game. First, I'm going to show you an image from Zanes World, another No Man's Sky YouTuber, where he had this encounter during his live stream. That image should be appearing to you now. Now, in that video, it talks about the void egg resonating. So we do need the void egg in order to trigger that event. So make sure you did get a void egg if you want to do this mission. So there's this new mission line that is triggered by having the void egg in your inventory. And what happened with Zane's World there, he was pulse jetting. He didn't warp. He was just pulse jetting through a star system, and that encounter occurred. So that's the basic things to start this storyline, is to have the void egg in your inventory and then be pulse jetting, and I guess this will start, but it's only available on PC experimental for now. Next, I'm going to show you a couple more images from Cheryl Mist. She's a contributor on the CSD Atlas forum that I frequent. And first of all, show you this image. Now, in that image, it said that the ship looks alive. So that's a bit of more evidence that shows us that these are living ships that are being added. And then the next one, and in that image, it said that we are connected and your body is of ours. So that's very interesting information, that somehow we're connected to these ships, that our bodies are similar to the living ships' bodies. Not sure how that is going to be, but that will probably be revealed in the mission line once we do it. Now, I want to say that, of course, we've been speculating what the egg, the void egg, is all about. And a lot of people thought that it would be pets that would follow us around. Then other people who were a bit more hyped thought it was going to be space whales, basically giant living freighters in space, and it ended up being something in between. So the small ships that we fly around are basically getting a new type of ship. We haven't gotten new ships since exotic ships were added in the Atlas Rises update, so this is the first time we've gotten new small ships. And here, let me show you another image of a ship that's docked in the Nexus. This image is from somewhere on the internet. And so, as you can see there, it is a type of ship that we can use, that can be in the Nexus. It wouldn't be in the Nexus if someone didn't own one already, because only player ships are in the Nexus. And then let me show you another image from someone on Atlas CSD that shows the interior of a living ship. So that image is really cool. Really cool new interiors for these living ships. I'm very excited about this. Uh, Several reasons. One, we've been waiting a long time for a space update, an update with more things about space. Most of the new features that have been added for quite a while have all been more or less things that we find on land. We haven't really gotten anything new in space since, well, the exotic ships were kind of something new in space, but that's not necessarily something that you see in space. It's something new that we can fly in space. So really the Foundation update that added freighters, which was so long ago, was the last time we got any improvement to things that we can find in space, other than exotic ships. But really you find exotic ships on land. And then of course these living ships, you're going to find them landed somewhere, and then you can fly them in space. But yeah, we'll get into a little bit more about something else that may be in space in a minute. But I'm also really excited because there's a new storyline, like I said. So apparently, when you've got the void egg, and you get this encounter, it starts a new mission line. Let me go ahead and show you some images that show this is a new mission. So as you can see in those images, it's some kind of new mission line involving the void egg. In fact, once you start the mission, the void egg's name changes, as you saw in that image. And yeah, I'm not going to go into the mission too much. I've seen some other images of people doing the mission on PC Experimental, but I don't really want to spoil that part. I'll definitely be playing through that mission line myself on my channel. So we'll get into that later once it's available on PlayStation. But last of all, I want to show you something else that is related to space, or maybe something new that is in space. I'll show you that image now. Now that image from Devlin Pixie appears to me to be a new type of space station, or some new type of object in space. I don't know if it's related to the living ships. I mean, it probably is. This whole update that we're apparently going to get seems to involve the living ships. I don't know if that is a space station or if it's some other kind of object in space. Devlin Pixie just said it was an object she found in space. It looks big, like it could be a space station, and it's shaped like some of the space stations we have now, but it's totally different. So I don't know if it's just a new type of space station, if it's a new, in other words, it's a new appearance for a space station, like it's a normal space station inside, but it just has a different exterior, or if it's a totally new object in space, and I'd be really interested to know if we can land on it or not, or if it's just something floating in space that we can't interact with, and how it's going to fit into everything. But it's very exciting. So anyway, that's about it for the information that I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm very excited. You know me, I love storyline, and this is really going to be the first legitimate storyline since Atlas Rises. I really don't count the Abyss, because the Abyss storyline was just lore about stuff that happened in the past, but this is a new storyline that involves something actually happening to us. We're interacting with these living ships, talking to them, and getting to fly them and everything. Some of it involves lore. I'm not going to get too much into what the mission is, but some of it involves investigating and finding out things that happened in the past, but it's also things happening in the present, these living ships coming back from the past or being recreated from information from the past. So I would count it as a legitimate storyline, not just a lore line, because it's something that we are actually interacting and participating in, not just reading a history. So, of course, I'm super excited about the storyline. Also very excited about new ships. Like I said, we haven't gotten new ships since Atlas Rises. We've had the... Here, I'll go ahead and show you my exotic ship. Oh, there it is. Wasn't loading in. So I've got a ball type exotic ship, and to this day I still have never owned a squid exotic ship. But these exotic ships are pretty common by now. Everyone and their uncle has a ball exotic ship. They're pretty easy to find. Squid exotic ships are super rare, and I've never been able to find one on my own. I could have gotten coordinates from someone to a star system to find somewhere to get a squid ship, but I prefer to find ships on my own. I've been able to find plenty of ball exotic ships on my own, but never a squid ship. But anyway, now we've got something even better than a squid ship. It doesn't just look like a squid, it looks like a living creature. It is a living creature. So that is really exciting that we're going to be flying around in living creatures. And like I said, it's almost space whales, but not quite. And it's somewhere in between a pet and a space whale, because pets would have been something small that could fly with us in our ship, and then space whales would have been giant things as big as freighters, but it ended up being living ships, which was something in between. And I'm really interested to see if the living ships will have new features, or if they'll basically just be a reskin of ships with new interiors and exteriors. It'd be really cool if we could continue to interact with them, like talk to them like they're living things. I don't know if that's really going to happen. We talk to them in the storyline for sure, but I don't know if they're really going to have any separate features from regular ships once we finish the storyline. But super duper excited, and also very interested in new other new objects in space, like the thing Devil and Pixie showed. So it sounds like there's a lot of surprises in this coming update. Don't know yet what the update's going to be called. Sean Murray hasn't, as of recording this video, he hasn't said anything yet about what the update's going to be called. He's been tweeting out stuff involving eggs for ages to tease us about it, but he hasn't officially acknowledged the update or said what its title is going to be. I'm guessing this is going to be a named update. It seems big enough that it will be a named update, but we don't know yet what it's going to be called. But anyway, super exciting, living ships and new mission storyline and other objects in space. So I'm really excited about getting this update. Can't wait until it becomes available for PlayStation. So anyways, I've been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything's going to be okay.